God is everywhere, even in a kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me.
Good afternoon. This is the test of the day.
I think you need to let go of your pride. I won't let you be the one who always hurts my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't want to make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I need you come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel good. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Down the West Coast, through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast, Colorado, California. Ooh, down the West Coast, yeah. Through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Oh, down the West Coast, through New West Coast, to New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West
What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. Lights on, lights on. You're in the dark, it's getting late. You should go, please wait for me. We both know it's not what we say. We both know it's between the sheets. I know that it's a secret, and I don't wanna keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on, and I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. It's everywhere, even in a kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. You be the one who always hurt my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't wanna make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue, and you know I love you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy 'cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel good, and you know I love you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy 'cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Oh,
they say, what would they do? Would it be trouble?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to already the fourth day of our Better Together event. For me, the days have flown by, and I think they have been very enriching. And we hope that you have made new connections that you will continue to connect to after the event as well. So yesterday, we have been growing the crops of understanding and insights. So today is the time for harvesting. Today we will be harvesting the fruits of connections and ideas. And what are we doing today? So we will look at what we can do in practical ways to harvest these ideas and connections. So we will have a marketplace where partners introduce what they are doing and ask others to collaborate with them. We'll explain more about that session later. We have also a session today in the program about messaging around big events like the UN Food System Summit later this year in September, and the COPs on climate change and on biodiversity. So we'd like to hear from you. What have you planned, and if there's anything we can do to support you in that, or actually join you in that. But before we go into these sessions, I want to introduce you to our new guests. As you all know, values are super important for the IKEA Foundation, but not just for the IKEA Foundation, for the whole IKEA family. So we have today with us our Chief Operating Officer, Stelios Kyriakakis, and Nina Potenza, the Co-worker Experience Manager from IKEA. You see them already on screen, but before I ask you to introduce yourself, I would like to show a very inspirational, short, value-based video. Let's move to the video.
Everyone working at IKEA shares a unique culture that's defined by a set of values. But how did it all start? Where do these key values come from? To start to answer that, we need to go back in history. The evolution of the IKEA values started in the south of Sweden, where Ingvar grew up in the 1920s, on a farm in the countryside. On a farm, everyone joins in and works together. So the word tillsammans, togetherness, has been with IKEA from the very beginning. Starting with 2 empty hands, Ingvar began doing business. As a young boy, he sold matchboxes, magazines, and Christmas cards. Ingvar biked all around his neighborhood to sell his products, meeting every customer personally. That's how he discovered the importance of affordability. Low prices were always necessary, otherwise people didn't buy from him. High-quality furniture was expensive. Ingvar Kamprad figured it had to be possible to offer well-designed and functional home furnishing at low prices. With this vision, the IKEA business idea was defined. The business format was mail order. Bulky furniture was sent directly from the factory to customers across Sweden, resulting in a lot of product damages and high transport costs. IKEA's solution to that was to sell products in flat packs and let the customers assemble them themselves. The product range has always been IKEA's identity. Some products have been so popular with customers that they've been sold for decades, and IKEA has constantly improved them, reducing the cost of producing and distributing them, and at the same time making them better. IKEA's actions impact many people and the environment. Not only does IKEA need to make the most affordable products in the world, but also products that are the best for the world. Using resources efficiently and responsibly is something IKEA has done since the beginning. At IKEA, we know that action has a big and positive impact. Saving water, keeping the air clean, improving working conditions in factories, sourcing raw materials sustainably. Why? Because IKEA is optimistic about the future. IKEA's vision is to create a better everyday life for the many people. Better products, better homes, better lives. IKEA will continue to take on the challenges of tomorrow, stone by stone. All of us working together, never giving up. Many colleagues before us have been a part of creating and shaping the IKEA values, business and culture. We want to continue to make a difference tomorrow. We can do this by living our values in practice, standing up for who we are and who we want to be. Together, we make a difference every day.
So you have seen a very quick bird's eye view of the values of IKEA and of the IKEA Foundation. We will now move to Stelios and Nina to talk more about the importance of working with the values. And please remember, you can ask your questions in the chat as they speak, and we will ask them to them later. Thank you. Nina and Stelios, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you.
Hello. So, Stelios, did you want to introduce yourself first?
I think Petra did a very good job introducing me. To be honest, I think she pronounced my surname better than I do. I'm sure she's been practicing for that for a long time. Yeah, I'm Stelios Kyriakakis. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of IKEA Foundation. I've been with the IKEA brand for the last 35 years. So I think I kind of qualified to talk a bit about the IKEA values. I've been in the business in the IKEA business in different countries before joining the foundation 4 years ago. How about you, Nina?
Stelios, thank you. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever we all are in the world. So my name's Nina. I am a co-worker experience manager today within the Inca group, which of course is one of the franchisees within the IKEA family. And I have grown up with this organization, this amazing organization like you, Stelios, for over 20 years. So it's a beautiful honor to actually have the privilege to talk to you all today about something that I know, Stelios, it's so close to our hearts, the IKEA values, and something we practice every single day in our interactions with each other, and of course in building the IKEA spirit in everything we do. So Stelios, I mean, it's brilliant that we both get to have a bit of a chat today. I mean,
yes, let's do that.
I love always having some time to talk with you, and I think, we've both worked for IKEA for quite a while now, and we are also choosing to stay with this amazing organization. But I'm always curious, Stelios, to hear stories from you. And I was reflecting a little bit, in all the career that you have had with this organization and in the amazing journey that you've been on. If we think of togetherness, and even the title of this session around Better Together, I'm wondering, how has it made a fundamental difference in your journey and experience at IKEA?
Well, I mean, there is a reason why we have togetherness as our number one value. I mean, the sequence of the values is not coincidental either, Nina? Yeah. So togetherness for me, and I think for most IKEAN, is the number one value. And I will try to explain and give you, as you know, we can say stories about the values all day long, or maybe for several days, but I will try to tell you a story about how I experienced togetherness, and it was one of the most amazing, probably days or weeks of my life. I remember when I was a store manager in the store in Belgium, one of the biggest stores. I had 500 co-workers working with me, serving the IKEA customer. And one day, late in the financial year, we discovered that despite the fact that we're doing so well in sales, we would end up without any bonus for the co-workers. Pure coincidence, the day before, one of the co-workers came to me and said, I'm so happy we're doing so well because my bonus this year will enable me to buy some toys for my kids. So when I heard the next day that despite all the efforts, we had missed some key parameters and the bonus was not working in our favor, I was devastated, and it was probably the worst experience of my life when I had to stand in front of all the coworkers and tell them, bring them the news. The response was amazing, though, and this is where togetherness comes into play within IKEA. Instead of having in front of me upset people, I had people saying, well, that's okay, we can do this together. And this amazing response came up, and I've never experienced something like that. People just coming to me and saying, how can we help and make sure we turn this around? And we managed to do that. Within 3 months, we managed to turn the situation around. And to me, it was just an amazing experience because I wouldn't be able to do it myself. So, and I can tell hundreds and hundreds of stories like this. This one was the most moving for me, and I will never forget it. But that was one of the examples and one of the stories. But let's come to you, Nina. What would you say is the one value? Because the values is not only something we carry in our business, right? I mean, we are with IKEA for so many years because we are aligned with the culture and the values of this company. So, can I ask you, what's the one value you carry with you every day?
Stelios, I was just reflecting on this question now. I realized actually how difficult it is, because I'm just thinking now, we have these 8 values, and in some respects I feel connected to each and every one. But at the same time, there, like you said, there's 1 or 2 values that are in the core of behaviors that I want to try to demonstrate every day. And I'm thinking, okay, so what is the one value that I try to have with me every day? And I think one that I take with me is very much leadership by example. And, like many of us, I've grown up within this organization and been given leadership responsibilities over time, and also taken some leadership responsibilities. And over that time, I have really understand or sort of tried to understand the power of leadership and how the strength and the beauty of that leadership can actually affect others in a really positive way, but also when your leadership is tested, how you could maybe even affect people in a not so positive way. I've had many leaders within IKEA that have taught me a lot. Some have taught me what I want to learn and take with me, and some have also taught me what I don't want to learn and take with me. But I take leadership by example. I would never want to have somebody do something that I would not be prepared to do myself. And for me, it's really important to always lend a helping hand. And I think, I remember working in the stores like you, Stelios, we used to have this all hands on deck session, when you're getting bombarded by customers, and we used to get over the tannoy system. Okay, all hands on deck, everybody, let's help each other meet the customers in the best possible way. And when we all come down and meet the customers and we're all helping hand, all leaders, all co-workers, everybody's showing such a good example. I mean, it's magical. So I take that with me. And then I've made mistakes. I've made mistakes in my leadership too, where, I've learned along the way. I've maybe, I don't know, maybe overdone it in some places, pushed myself too far, maybe pushed others too far. But my gosh, do we learn together? And like you said, Stelios, with that spirit of togetherness, it's amazing what we can do. So, but thanks for asking the question. It made me really go deep. So I had to think a little bit about that.
Wait until the next one now.
We see how that goes. But I'm thinking, Stelios, we've been through good times together. We've been through bad times as well. We've had to learn. We've made mistakes, but we've also let the values guide us in the choices that we make. But I was reflecting: is there a value that you find challenging? That you sort of say, okay, how am I going to deal with this?
Am I allowed to have two?
You can certainly have two.
Okay, I can have two. I like the opening of your question. You mentioned that we let the values guide us, and this is what I always use when I talk to colleagues about the values. The IKEA culture and values is not just theory written in a book. I mean, it's you can apply in your everyday life, and I use the word compass. The values are my compass throughout my career. And I have two values that I found really challenging. And the second one is a bit more surprising than the first one, I think. The first one is, I think you mentioned it as well in your question. It's a give and take responsibility. And this is, by the way, the two values that are challenging me the most are my most favorite as well. Give and take responsibility. Why was that challenging? Because I had misinterpreted in the beginning of my career. I had misinterpreted the value of giving responsibility. I was always hungry to take responsibility for my actions and do things. But when it came to giving responsibility, that's where I was challenged a lot. I was falling into the trap of micromanaging. I thought I was giving responsibility. The moment I was not happy with the result, I would step in and do it my way. So I was creating more frustration to my colleagues around me than solving the problem. So I learned as I grew in my role, in my different roles in my career, how the importance of this value and how important it is for people around you to take responsibility and grow in their roles. You can't develop as a leader and as an IKEA coworker without getting the space to grow and fail and make mistakes and learn from them. So that's the first one. The second one is I think more interesting because simplicity is by far my favorite value, and this is by far the one I use as a compass. And although it sounds simple to me, making things simple in business, in philanthropy, in everywhere is quite complicated. I can't remember how many times I ended up with a presentation, a document, a solution in front of me that I had worked for days and days and maybe weeks, that I would look, I will evaluate the outcome and I will say, oh no, my God, this is so complicated. And the next thing I remember doing is putting that in the bin and start from scratch, because I knew it would never work. So give and take responsibility and simplicity, my two favorite values, but the ones that have challenged me the most, Nina. So I don't know how you feel about this. How about you? What's the ones that challenge you the most, and what's the ones you find more difficult to live by? You know, do you have this kind? I'm sure you have many examples. Yeah.
But first, Stelios, I think just to listen to you and to share the way you shared your vulnerability in the giving and take responsibility, I think for me is a brilliant demonstration of our values. To dare to share when you've made mistakes and learned from it. So first, just thank you for doing that, because that for me is when it really feels more than words on paper. I really appreciate that. Then you know what? I actually have something quite similar to you, and I really struggle with this. And it is actually the value, like you said, the value of simplicity for me is what. I wouldn't say it keeps me up at night, because that would maybe being a little bit too far. But I think I think it's one of the easiest words to say for me, and actually one of the hardest values to behave and deliver on every single day. And I meet that a lot, because in my role today as co-worker experience manager, you could say in a very simple way, it's to secure that all our co-workers have the preconditions to do a brilliant job, and to meet the customer with all the empowerment that they have. But I was reflecting a little bit, in my role today, I'm often a person who is trying to create new things, and I have to obviously create policies, and policies lead to rules, and rules lead to worst case framing people in the wrong way and actually taking away the entrepreneurship. So whilst I have a responsibility, around compliance and codes of conduct, at the same time, how to do that with simplicity, how to do that with empowerment, and how to secure that, we're fighting bureaucracy every day. We're minimizing the rules that we have. We respect the ones that are necessary, but we're minimizing unnecessary rules that really break down all of our co-workers' ability to be true entrepreneurs. So, and even after 25 years, Steli, of simplicity, I try every day. I'm still fumbling around, I think, here and there. And when I have those moments where I think, yes, we've nailed it, because the co-workers have, we've all as co-workers have understood, then I think, yay. And then, you can go straight into another conversation where you're burdened with bureaucracy and governance. So I think it's a constant fight for me. I actually think it's a constant battle for IKEA. But my gosh, do we need to protect the fight against bureaucracy and to truly be brilliant at what we are. So I'm open to all help with that value, trust me.
Oh, same here, same here. I think we can fight the good battle together, Nina?
Absolutely. But I was reflecting, Stelios, on that. I mean, I was thinking, let's have a bit of fun with some storytelling as well, because I know, we've been around for a while. You've also had an amazing privilege to be with Ingvar. But I would love it, maybe just for our friends here on the call today, do you have an Ingvar story that you'd like to share with us that could just bring a smile or some delight to our day?
Yeah. I do, and there are, better than me, there are hundreds and hundreds of Ingvar stories, and I don't know how many of them are true or urban myths or whatever. I mean, but I will share a story that I can vouch and promise it's a true story because it happened to me. Before I tell you the story, I need to put some context. It was, I think, my fourth year in the store in Brussels when the decision came that we were going to change the range in the Swedish food market, because although Ingvar liked all the Swedish products we were selling there, he thought that we could produce better products ourselves and IKEA brand them and make more profit, because Ingvar was a big fan of the fact that the profit gives us resources. So surely enough, we discontinued all the branded products from the Swedish food market, and we started selling IKEA branded products instead. So I remember we replaced one of the famous Swedish toffee chocolates with an IKEA imitation with a little orange packaging that looked really bad in the eye, and there was not even close tasting as good as the original product. So surely enough, that had a big impact on sales. We were selling probably 1/10 of what the old products used to sell. And then that was going on for a year, and then the decision came that we're changing back to the old products for the delight of everyone, and most importantly, the Swedish expat community in Brussels, because they were delighted to see the old products back. Anyway, so this is the context. And then we went to this week 46 or whatever it was back then meeting in Elmhult, and when we entered the big amphitheater, Ingvar was there. And we were lucky because we were the first team to enter the building, and we could start chit-chatting with him. By the way, that was probably 2 years before he passed away, so he was quite old, and he had his back pain and he was limping around, but as always he was delighted to see IKEAns and share experiences. But what he did was that he had a bowl of the new IKEA branded chocolates, and he comes to us and he says, nice to see you again, guys. By the way, I screwed up. I decided to do this project, and it was a huge mistake. So now we have to eat it all. So and offered to all of us a chocolate, because first of all he said I screwed up, and then he said, together we need to solve the problem. We need to eat it. Of course, it was kind of a joke as well, but I mean, just imagine the message to the people around you that the iconic founder of IKEA admits at the age of 92 the mistake he's done, and he jokes about it, and he says we have to learn about it. And for me, that was the epitome of leading by example, and and what made IKEA the success story it is today, that we are allowed from top to bottom to make mistakes as long as we learn from them, and we're not afraid to admit it, because we have the space to be able to do so. And of course the values and the culture allow us to do that. So how about you? Do you have a story?
You know what, Stelios, I was reflecting on this, and I used to try my best, you could say, to organize this culture training called the IKEA Way. And for our audience here today, the IKEA Way is very much a cultural week where leaders from all around the world used to gather in Livelihoods and have the beauty of spending a week immersed in culture and values conversations. It was fabulous. And in a certain period in the past, we used to actually do it just outside of Livelihoods in Bursa. And of course, we always used to have an evening with Ingvar, because there was nothing more joyful than leaders meeting Ingvar and having a moment together. But I remember one session we were at the house, and he came downstairs and he was like, Nina, where's the candy? I was like, oh. I have no idea, because I thought, gosh, was I supposed to organize candy? Was I supposed to get the chocolate that you talk about, Stelios? And then he was just brilliant. He's just like, Nina, let's go in the kitchen. We're going to find some candy because we deserve it. And I think that level of down-to-earthness, that level of just joy, humility, being together in the simple things of sitting in the living room, talking IKEA, having candy, and just really, really, as human to human, emotion to emotion, was beautiful. And I was a little bit in awe. I was like, this little kid who had no clue what was going on.
Of course you were.
Yeah. But the impact that it has. And I think, Stelios, I think we have the privilege to get to talk about values, and I hope the audience can hear the emotion of what these values mean to us.
Should we check if there are any questions, maybe? And,
yeah, let's do that.
Should we do that?
Let's see here.
Hi.
And
Hi.
Hi. No, I thought it was a great story, and it's really you can see that you're true IKEAns, and that the values actually become a way of life in IKEA. What I liked about what you said, Nina, was also like values help us to be brilliant. And while you said that, it doesn't mean that you cannot make mistakes, and that there is an open space to, come out for that, discuss it, and look for solutions then. So I really enjoy that, and I really recognize that. We go now to Elton, who is with me in the studio and who has been watching the chat questions coming in. He will be posing the questions to you.
Wow. Yes. So thank you very much. It's really always great to listen to you, Stelios and Nina, talking about the values that guide us on every day. And yeah, being here, working away 8,000 kilometers from my home country, one of the key values that I really saw come to life early on was togetherness. And that has kept me and sustained me up to this. I have a question to Steos. Just quickly, if you can, I have the privilege of listening to you and Nina time and again. I mean, here, I mean, and listening to you bringing these values come to life. We have our partners who would want to check on these on the values. Where can they find them to get them to read more and understand more?
Oh, I will be. That's a very complicated question, Nelton. You can Google it.
Right.
So if you Google IKEA values, they will come up. It is probably the most important thing we have in within IKEA. So, and secondly, I think if you talk about partners and co-workers, my expectation is that everyone knows everything by heart. So that's a joke. I don't even know them by heart. But I just, yes, the joke aside, you can Google them. You can find our values on the website. They are everywhere. So, you know, and you know where to find us as well. You know, happy to answer any questions, happy to share with you more stories and so on and so forth. What I would like to mention here is that the IKEA values are very humanistic. What I found when I joined the IKEA Foundation from the business is that the application of the IKEA values in philanthropy are they are going hand in hand. I think our values are so humanistic, and as both Nina and I said during our discussion, we, our partners, our co-workers, we can use them as a compass to make sure that what we do to create a better everyday life for the many people is, when it's according to the values, we cannot fail. So, Nina, what do you think? First of all, can we find the values on Google?
Yeah, absolutely.
I suppose we can find everything on Google, right?
We can find everything on Google. And of course, we sit on a wealth of support material that is more than happy to be shared. But I think I love this compass thing, Stelios, because I think the last year has tested us like never before. And just grounding ourselves in those values to help us make decisions when we have no idea what was going to happen next was probably one of the most reassuring things that I've ever been a part of.
Great. We have a question here from Daniel. And as you know, we are working with our partners. We have been discussing in the last 4 days about how to transform our food systems. So the question is, we know food systems work is really complex. And when we look at the value, IKEA value of simplicity, how can we embrace and deal with complexity, but bringing out that value of simplicity to address, I mean, such a complex issue?
Nina, you want to start?
Yeah, absolutely. I think these type of questions are the ultimate questions because we live with complexity. And I think, you know, even in our values today, we talk about, you know, be complicated for the few, but simple for the many. And I think I can only share with you what I have learnt with this value, and that is around collective competence. And to really open up for dialogue, really engage with each other, use the collective competence of the communities to tackle the complex problems, because we all sit with some element of knowledge, experience, thought process, or whatever, and to not be lonely in those complex and complicated questions. And if you link that then with togetherness and really working on things together, then I think we can move things. So I hope that helps a little bit, but welcome to my dilemma of simplicity every day as well.
Nina, that's a great answer. I think if I look back into my years in the business, we have to bear in mind that the IKEA business is super complex. It is a vertically integrated, massive business, and we start from production going to the retail floor. So in order to have the right product at the right time for the right customer, the whole system behind it, it's super complex. What we are trying always to do, what we've been trying always to do within IKEA, is to find collective simple solutions for a very complex problem. And if the collective little solutions are super complex as well, something is totally wrong. So it's a journey. It's not we will never reach the destination of having a simple solution in place, because life is too complex. What we are dealing with is super complicated. But if we have simplicity as the compass in whatever we do, I think we will make our life easier. We will kill bureaucracy, and we will make sure that we have an efficient system in place that can support us accomplish our goals. So there is, see it as a journey to Ithaca, as an old Greek poet used to say. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination.
Well, some valuable advice there. We will surely take that up. Back to you, Petra.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nina and Stelios. This was truly inspirational, and it's clear that the values are super important and instrumental to a very strong culture at the IKEA family. So thanks for that.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Thanks. We move now to the next session, the marketplace. And I will ask Elton again to introduce the marketplace to us. Elton, can I ask you quickly,
Yes.
Why did we call it the marketplace?
Well, thanks, Petra. We often hear that the Bitcoin and all other forms of e-currency are the currencies of the future. Well, it turns out there is another even more valuable currency that is going to be even more valuable in the future. And recently I read an article in the Forbes magazine that was talking about this real currency of the future, and that is collaboration. That's because now it is absolutely necessary to collaborate in unique ways in order to be able to innovate and to stay relevant and to address the complex problems that we face. So that is why we have invited 8 partners who are working on different areas like research, knowledge, and advocacy to present their projects and to ask for collaboration. If you have not read up yet the partner session descriptions, please do so and make your choice of the session you want to participate. And remember, it is a marketplace where the products are the sessions that you will be offered, and the currency is your collaboration that you are going to offer. So during the session, which we will be hosting in open, please feel free to use the chat section to leave your questions, your suggestions, your comments, and even concrete offers for collaboration. If you want, please leave your contacts so that the partners can know how to follow up with you. So we will soon leave the studio and switch on to the sessions, which are, as I said, in open. And each partner session has a maximum number of visitors. So if it is already full, look around at the market stalls and see what you can select. The whole session in total is 45 minutes long. So you do have a chance to actually visit multiple sessions. So enjoy your sessions in the marketplace. Back to Petra.
Yes, thank you, Elton. After the marketplace session, we'll have a 10 minutes break. For the moderators of the sessions, please go to the private session, because Michael will be talking to you to understand what has been discussed and make it into a visual. For the others, please enjoy the marketplace and see you back in time.
God is everywhere, even in a kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I won't let you be the one who always hurts my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't wanna make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I need you come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Down the West Coast, through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast, Colorado, California. Ooh, down the West Coast, yeah. Through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast. Hollywood and LA. Oh, down the West Coast, through New
What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. Lights on, lights on. You're in the dark, it's getting late. You should go, please wait for me. We both know it's not what you say. We both know it's between the sheets. I know that it's a secret and I wanna keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. everywhere, even in a kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I won't let you be the one who always hurts my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't wanna make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. me. I need you come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you be the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Down the West Coast, through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast, Colorado, California. Ooh, down the West Coast, yeah. Through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast. Hollywood and LA. Oh, down the West Coast, through New Mexico.
What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. Lights on, lights on. You're in the dark, it's getting late. You should always wait for me. We both know it's not what we say. We both know it's between the sheets. I know that it's a secret, and I don't wanna keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. God is everywhere, even in a kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I won't let you be the one who always hurts my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't wanna make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. you see? I need you come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue, and you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy 'cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me I hate the fact that I love you. I feel good, and you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy 'cause I'm missing you. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see we were meant to be, baby? I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
Take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Down the West Coast, through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast, Colorado, California. Ooh, down the West Coast, yeah. Through New Mexico, Nevada. Oh, down the West Coast. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast. Hollywood and LA. Oh, down the West Coast, through
and welcome back. We have arrived at the last breakout session of our event. We would like to ask you to share with each other what you will be organizing in the run-up to the big major events of this year, like the UN Food System Summit or the COP on climate change or biodiversity. This will be an exchange session, so you can share with each other what you will be doing. Maybe you won't be doing anything, but you can still join for suggestions and just to know what is happening, and maybe join others for that. It will be moderated in 2 groups. It will be moderated by Annelies and by Lotika. Now, Lotika is someone that you haven't met before in the event, but she has been instrumental to getting this event up and running. Lotika Mehta is our communications partner at the foundation, and she will be sharing the introduction to you, and she will be participating and moderating the session. We will use Teams, so please go to sessions again. You will find 2 options, one for the UNFSS and one for the COPs. You may do something on both of them, so you can swap and go to the other session as well. This is really a quick exchange just to make sure that everybody gets to know from each other if and what they are planning. And it's also good for us to know what is going on and how we can support that. That's it. The session will take 20 minutes. And after that, we'll come back here to meet our CEO, Per Heggenes. So see you back in 20 minutes.
God is everywhere, even in the kiss. So why do you think I don't know when you're lying? Know when you're trying to hide how you feel from me. You hate it when I stare. You say you can't resist. So why do you keep your secrets alive? You need to let them die. Confess all your sins to me. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a lie machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. I won't let you be the one who always hurts my feelings. I don't want to be with you if you keep on deceiving me with all these things you say. You know I don't believe them. Every time I let you in, you leave me bruised and bleeding. If you really love me, girl, then look into my eyes. Tell me all the things you told me that were really lies. You keep looking to the left and checking on your phone. What you think that says to me? You don't really care for me. You're the only one to make it right. I don't really know what else to say. Now you really want to make it right. I don't wanna make a huge mistake. My eyes are like a time machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a time machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride. My eyes are like a time machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I wish you would confide in me. I tried. My eyes are like a time machine. I know you try to hide from me. I don't know why you lie to me. I think you need to let go of your pride.
Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you to come with me. Something is telling me that you feel the way I do. I want you close to me. My heart is telling me. I hate the fact that I love you. I feel blue. And you know I love with you. I always think about you, baby. I've been going crazy cause I'm missing you. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now. Can't you see? We were meant to be, baby. I wanna be with you, baby. Oh, baby, can't you see? I need you now.
take me for a ride. I know you've been waiting. Let's drive to the West Coast, Hollywood and LA. Feel love on the way. There's no time for waiting. I know where to go. I know. Oh,
What would they say? What would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see. All that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret, and I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on. Lights on, lights on. You're in the dark, it's getting late. You should go, please wait for me. We both know it's not what we say. We both know it's between the sheets. I know that it's a secret, and I don't wanna keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on.
Hearts on the streets and the pavements are burning. I sit around, trying to smile, but the air is so heavy and dry. Strange voices are saying, what did they say? Things I can't understand. It's too close for comfort. This heat has got right out of hand. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer. Now you're gone.
Hi, and welcome back. We've already reached the last part of our exciting journey. I was just participating in one of the sessions on what we're doing towards the COPs. I think I was amazed by what is already going on, what people are proposing, and also what we can do as a foundation to support that. So that was great to hear. I just heard there was some technical issues in the other session, but I hope that you still had a good conversation among yourselves. So let's continue. So our aim for this event was, how can we create better togetherness? And we've already shared a lot of ideas, reflections, learnings, failures. So it's been very rich. This is not where it stops. We think this is the first kickstart of an ongoing journey, a process of learning and continuations to exchange ideas and to collaborate. And you know, we have been very excited about this event, and we wanted to organize that already since a long time. So we're very happy that we actually got the mandate and the support from our senior management to do so. So I want to call back to you. I want to invite Per back to you all and asking for a reflection on the past few days. Hi, Per.
Hi, Petra. We can actually have a dialogue this time, right?
This is much better.
It was a little challenging at the beginning, but I'm sure you caught up on the technology, so now we can actually really talk to each other.
Yeah, it really helps if I can hear you. So thank you for being here again. So I was just saying that this is the first time that we have the first ever partner learning event with this large group in this online session, and that we had a truly amazing day. What stood out for me was the openness and the eagerness to collaborate and come up with new connections, new ideas, and give us also a lot of ideas. Per, when we as a team wanted to organize this event, we actually proposed it to you, and you have been extremely supportive, really giving all the support that we need to make this a success. We had a large team, well, actually not a very large team, but we had a very active team to help us with that, because it took a lot of time, and you have been supportive throughout, and you have been always asking us throughout the event how things have been going, what is the process, etc. So can I ask you at this point a few of your reflections now that we have come to the final part of this journey?
Well, thank you, Petra. I mean, I'm so glad that you took the initiative to this, and I'm so glad to see that it's really been quite successful, very successful, I think. And what's really stood out for me was the honesty and the transparency that we witnessed throughout these discussions. But as I said, it's the first time we organized an event like this, and it was really designed as a space for partners to come together and openly share their learnings, their successes, but also their losses and their mistakes. And I have to think back to our founder, Ingvar Kamprad, who always would remind us that failures are more important than successes in a way, at least for learnings, because you learn from your mistakes. And if you do them responsibly, you can learn so much more. So learning from mistakes and also being transparent with mistakes, that requires transparency, and requires a trustful relationship. And that's the kind of relationship we try to build to all our partners, so that we can talk openly about what works, what doesn't work, how we can change course and make the most out of the investments we're making together. It takes time to build these partnerships. So I'm glad that this was one of the many steps we've done to increase or strengthen that partnership, not only between us and the different partners, but also between the partners themselves. So, Petra, when I entered philanthropy 11 years ago from business, I was actually first and foremost surprised about the silo mentality. The one organization didn't know what the others were doing. At the same time, I was very impressed by the work that some of our partners were showing me, and I had great fun going to the field. But everyone is sort of running after the same funding, and this lack of transparency, this tendency to try to make everything look perfect and hide failure is not really helpful. And at IKEA, as you sent probably many times these 4 days, IKEA is all about togetherness, better together, working together, and the belief that together we can be so much more powerful. And it's no point in reinventing the wheel if somebody has done something really smart. The whole point is to try to take that and apply it in multiple ways and scale up the successes. So we're all in this together. We have the same purpose in mind. We're not competitors. We should just continue to establish stronger collaborations so we can create a better future together. Track the learnings, document the learnings, share the learnings, and scale up the successes. So I've seen a lot of good collaboration over these last days, and collaboration is fun, it's invigorating, and we just need to find ways to do more of this.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Per. And I think it's important now also, how do we continue that journey of collaboration? We just had a session actually, which was really interesting, where we asked partners, what are you doing in the run-up to the UN Food System Summit? What are you doing around COP26? What are you doing around the COP on biodiversity? Also to share with each other what all our partners are doing and how can others contribute and join that as well. We had a very interesting session. I participated in the session on the COPs, but we also heard, for instance, in the UN Food System Summit, that there was a question or a request or an ambition to have more farmer voices represented at the UNFSS. So that is also something that we will be looking at and seeing how we can support that. What is your take on having these partners participating in these important global events?
Of course, the UN Food Summit is a very important step. It's hopefully a milestone where we sort of make some decisions about how we move forward in the whole global food system, which is so important to reinvigorate and change towards a more sustainable and equitable food system. Because we need to reinvent. We need to reinvent the food system, and we need to reinvent, at least with dual purpose. We need to first make sure we can feed the exponentially growing population. We will soon be 10 billion people on this planet, and we need to look for how we can increase the food systems and the production of food without harming the nature. So secondly, we have to drive that change in food projections to really restore the ecosystems and restore the soil fertility and make sure we also have an ecosystem that works for the next generations. But, it's not only about how we produce food, it's also about how we actually improve the value chain, because 1/3 of the food is wasted, as we know all. We need to find a way to change that, dramatically change that. That itself is going to help the access to food for people across the world. And finally, we just need to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. That's key for the next generation. It's key for us today. It's going to be key even in my age. I will experience a different planet and different climates in the remaining years, and for our children and grandchildren, it's absolutely key. So we have to accelerate these trends towards, for example, plant-based food consumption. If we would reduce, I read a statistic, if we would reduce the land that's used for meat production in half, we don't have to stop eating meat, but reduce it in half, that would free up the land the size of 1.5 times of the United States. And that would have a huge impact on greenhouse gas emissions as well as landscape restoration. So we know what needs to get done.
Yes, indeed. We know that agriculture can play a big role in not only helping people to adapt to climate change, but that is also part of the solution in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and even being a carbon sink. Per, in your introduction meeting or in your presentation at the beginning, you talked a lot about the value of partnerships and the importance of working together. And just now you mentioned it again. Do you have any suggestions for our partners how they can foster more and we can maybe facilitate more collaboration also after the event?
Well, I hope that this event today is maybe not the start, because we'd started collaborating before, but I hope it's a start of a continuous collaboration, and that we all resist the temptation to work in silos, that we create collaboration where we share our insights, we learn from each other, and we drive progress together. And build this movement, as you often talk about, Petra, build this movement towards a regenerative alternative. And that requires us to take some risk, that requires us to build some new evidence for what works and what doesn't work, and share that evidence in order to be able to scale the impact and bring others on board with much more money than we have to actually scale impact at a different level. So for me, if I come out of these 4 days, success, the way I define success for me is if some of our partners will come back with suggestions for how they can do joint programs. And if they do, we would be willing to support that in any way we can. You know, Petra, you know me, we've known each other for a very long time. I'm a practical guy. I don't think the solution is to have more conferences necessarily. The solution is to actually work together on programs and where everyone contributes their expertise and we create real results for people and for the climate. And also, finally, one of my really interesting areas of focus is we need to make agriculture exciting for the next generation.
Yeah, so it's wonderful to hear your encouragement and your support. Also for the new ideas that may come up, and we would really encourage also our partners, if you have ideas for collaboration, if you have concrete plans or just ideas, please reach out to us, and we are happy to facilitate that or think about it further. And Per, again, it's great to have that encouragement from you as well. Now that we have gone to the end of the week, throughout the week we have asked participants for their word of the day. We would like to ask you as well, like, what is your final word for this event?
Optimism. I think seeing everyone's energy at this event makes me massively optimistic, and we have to be optimistic because the alternative is not going to help us anywhere. So I'm optimistic that we can really make a difference. There's a lot of doom and gloom around the climate change issues and the challenges we're facing, and yes, we should be very concerned. We should be very concerned because we have very little time left to act on the Paris Agreement to stay within the 1.5 degrees of global warming. But we do have most of the solutions that are needed. And we know that agriculture can play a big role in this. So we just need to change the mindsets and build some momentum and change how we invest in sustainable food production. We need to promote some scalable generative solutions based on the evidence we created together, and solutions that work for everyone, for consumers, for smallholder farmers, for businesses, and for nature. So let's do it.
Yes, the urgency to act is right now, and I think we are with the partners to actually start acting, and wherever we can lend our support and lend our brand name, lend our minds or whatever, we are willing to support you. So thank you, Per. Thank you so much, and we'll move now to the final part of this session.
Thank you, Petra, and thanks to all the partners for participating so actively in this. This helps us move things together forward, and that's what we are all about. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, we can only be better together if we work together. Normally, we ask our program managers in the office here, in the studio, sorry, to mention their word of the day. We wanted to ask also some of our participants to ask for their word of the day. So we invited two of the partners to be here today with us. We have Anthony Mugambi from Kilimo Trust. He's based in East Africa. You can introduce yourself a little bit later on where you actually are based at this moment. And we have Avid Chowdhury from Pradhan in India. Anthony, can you please introduce yourself and your organization?
Thank you very much, Petra. It's a pleasure to be here to share my thoughts of the day with you. And I work for an organization called Kilimo Trust. And Kilimo Trust is a regional organization based in East Africa, headquartered in Kampala. And I'm the country team leader for Kilimo Trust Kenya, as we have a country office with the semi-autonomous entities in each of the East African countries. And I'm also the project team leader for an eye care funded project on Arise regenerative value chain. Pleasure to be here today.
Yes, thank you, Anthony. Avijit, can you give us a quick introduction?
Yeah. Thank you, Petra. It's an honor. So I am Avijit, and I work with an organization called Pradhan, which is based out of India. It's a 40-year-old organization, and we work primarily with women and women who are organized into self-help groups. So we work with around 1 million women through a direct action, and we also work extensively with partners. Collaboration is a mantra in Pradhan. So we work with around 1.5 million women the partners are engaged with. So, and yeah, I also I've also worked with I lead the project called Startup, which is to do with livelihoods, health and nutrition integration with the IKEA Foundation.
Thank you, Avijit. And also thank you for being here, because we know at the moment that India is really been hit hard by the COVID situation. And we also know that it also affects your operations and your team a lot. So I really appreciate that despite the situation that you're here and that you're participating in these sessions. And I want to wish you and the whole team good luck with this.
Thank you, Petra.
Yes. Can we also ask you, can we continue with you and ask you for your main takeaways of the event?
Yeah, so for me, it has been quite, insightful. And why I say insightful is because this idea of a better life for all from a planet positive agriculture is not a simple idea. It sounds simple, but it's very complex. And I think this 4 days was an example of the complexity. When I looked at a variety of expert organizations who have adopted different pathways for arriving at a planet positive agriculture, and I could see the different levers that these organizations were using. Some were using technology, some are using financing models, some are using the community-based models and policy frameworks or evidence to drive the conversation. So I think that has been very revealing, and I see that you might be good in something, but you need to learn something from the other organizations. So I think this whole spirit of active collaboration and learning from each other, that was very important, and it came out quite well through the event. I think the other important thing for me was, this sharing by Tekla, and it made me think that, we learn from each other's successes, but are we even open to learn from each other's failures? I think that is another thing which would become important in the coming days, that we do not repeat mistakes what others have done, because we are in a hurry. So I think that would be some two key takeaways for me from this, if other than the other technical issues, but at a philosophical and the value level also. I think that is very important, that you are free to make mistakes as long as you learn from them. So, yeah. Thank you.
And we also, that it's shown through that we're open to listen to things that don't go well and look for solutions on how can we course correct, how can we change things, because that's how we learn. Anthony, can I ask you for your main takeaway of the event?
Thank you, Petra. Once again, it's a pleasure, first of all, to have been part of this event. It's been really very insightful, particularly for what we do here in East Africa, and it's good to hear different contexts from across the globe. And one of the major takeaways I've gotten from this particular engagement, actually, my climax was yesterday, day 3, from the different world cafes that we had. And for me, what incited me most was the issue of community mobilization, so that you can move together with them and also co-create with them the solutions that you foresee, because you can do all the modeling, all the Excel, you can do the spreadsheets, check the feasibility of the various initiatives that you want to initiate with the communities, but it is them that actually they need to co-own this one. And an example is what we are doing with the regenerative rice value chain in Uganda and Kenya. And a quick example is, for instance, simple prototypes of rice husk stoves for the women in the rural areas or in the farming communities within the farming households. Even prototyping that one and coming up with it, these ladies are to be brought together with the innovators, the technicians, to actually model these stoves together. And it has been an amazing journey. It's still work in progress. And that is very helpful, because also, apart from these women being able to use the rice husks that have always gone into waste, they can also generate more money from the byproduct of that particular stove as voucher. And also, most importantly, they've been able to actually learn. They're actually saving the world by saving the forest that they've been cutting to do for the fuel. So the community engagement aspect was very, very inciting for me. The other one is is actually a challenge even to the other global corporates like IKEA. I think even as we build the critical mass of the actors within this sector, which is basically new of regenerative economy, I think we also need to build a critical mass of global corporates that are very keen, just like IKEA, to actually push this idea. The other one is on working with the financial sector. They need literally re-education to also dedicate resources for this particular venture that is geared towards saving the world. So I think those were my take homes from these sessions. And basically, I think it has been very inciting, so that we just don't look at these aspects in silos, as we also learned yesterday, that we need this landscape lens to look at the various gains for the various actors and for the various stakeholders. That's my take, Petra.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. And it's obviously very difficult to capture people and the planet in Excel sheets and think that we can make things the way we exactly want them. So it's also an organic process. And again, we need all the levers to be pulled. Like you were saying, we need many different levers. We need different players to pull different levers. So thank you so much for your participation and your reflections. We'll move now to the next session. Thank you very much. So the next session is with Michael. Sorry. So Michael has been drawing the last visual of today. So, I hear now that he has 3 visuals. So Michael, can you tell us a little bit more of what you've seen?
Yes, so this one is maybe can it come up a little bit bigger so everyone can see it? Yes, thank you. This one is about the IKEA values that were mentioned by Nina and Stelios in the beginning of the day. I tried to put some of the IKEA values into this drawing. Leadership by example, you see Nina there in the front, leading by example. The guys and the girls on the back of the bike, they take responsibility, and together they lead a very simple way to circular, regenerative and inclusive agriculture. And one girl says, let's move forward, and that seems like a very good idea, because moving backward is not the way to go. Maybe the next one. Yes, this is about also about togetherness, strengthening and supporting networks. The guys on the horizontal network are supporting the vertical network, and togetherness is part of our IKEA values. Let's assemble our networks to a great end product, just like we do with our furniture. And of course, it's a very simple type of furniture. So togetherness should be simple as well. That's the message of this cartoon. And then we have the end cartoon, which is really the summarizing of the digital marketplace. So I drew a very packed marketplace. You can see the topics and the different partners in the blue flags, and some of the outcomes or the conversations on the billboard signs that are alongside of them. Well, I can go through all of them, but I think you should see it for yourself. It will come to you, and you can read it for yourself. Maybe that's the best way to do it.
Yes, I have the picture here. It's very rich indeed, and we'll make sure that we send everything to all the participants to have a look at it when they have a little bit more time to digest everything.
Of course.
Thank you so much, Michael. It was great to be working with you. It's amazing how you can capture things in such a short time, in such a fun and crisp way. We will use this. I'm sure we will use this for other occasions as well to use in publications, etc. So it's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's quickly move to the next session. We have a Mentimeter final session for your word of today. Please go to your, take your mobile phone, go to menti.com and plug in your key takeaway from the Better Together experience. So not just the word of the day, but, reflect on the whole session. And while you do so, I'm asking the program managers here in the office, in the studio, about their key takeaway. Elton, quickly, can I start with you?
Yeah, this has been massively enriching for me. And I could say many things because so much was shared in the last 4 days. But the key takeaway that I will pick at the top is really the relationships, the new relationships that I've built, and the stronger ones that I've built upon the existing relationships that I had as a strong foundation for stronger collaboration. And in the morning, I mentioned, collaboration is now the biggest currency of the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So enriching and collaborative.
Massively enriching.
Thank you. And Nico, can I ask you?
Yeah, but Petra, did you know today is World Bee Day? And bees, of course, they pollinate. And they work together to get something done. And I think that for me is really what captures the week as well. It's not just about only better together, but also together getting better. Right. So really the learning that has taken place is giving me so much energy that I'm so proud to work with all our partners, on this amazing journey that we're on. So it's the learning event is a start for me, really a start to where we've got to get to know each other, and now we can really start harvesting, I hope, all these amazing ideas that have come across this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in honor of the bee, we're actually cross-pollinating ideas and learnings with each other.
I do hope so.
Annelies, can I move to you and ask you for your key takeaway of the event?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to keep it to a word, though, and I'm going to steal a word from Ingvar Kamprad. For me, what is my key takeaway is that we have a glorious future ahead. I'm also optimistic, and I see so much synergy happening. I was really struck by how far we got in this 2.5 years of this new strategy that we're supporting. And I was super humbled by being together with all of you, with so many smart brains and organizations and people that are so driven and so ideological in their lives and in what they do. So really humbled to be with you all, and in the words of Ingvar Kamprad, glorious future.
Thank you, Annelies. But did you know that Ingvar Kamprad also said, a glorious future, much remains to be done?
Yeah, okay.
There's still a lot to be done to get to that glorious future. But again, that's been what we have been doing here. And like you said also, Nico, we've been really on a journey. We have come to almost the end of the journey. I'm supposed to see a word cloud in the screen or on my laptop. Oh, I'm seeing it here. Yes. Collaboration. Well, there you have it. We have collaboration, working together, and togetherness. I'm really happy to see this. And there may be things that we have not addressed, which may be not as positive, that will need further discussion. I just want to say we're always here to listen to you, to talk to you, also to hear critical feedback, because we can also learn from that. But I think for this session or for this event, collaboration was key, and I think you've all shown that. So just a final note. I wanted to say that our ambition was really to provide a platform for you and us to connect, to share and to collaborate. And looking at the participation that we have seen for you, I think that was really successful, and we could not have done this without your help. So we really thank you for your participation. We know that we've asked a lot of your time as well, and to see all this collaboration, the discussions and meetings over these 4 days is really truly amazing. We have harvested the ideas and connections that can move us forward. But like with every agricultural cycle, there will be recurring cycles. And we hope that we have been able to make this cycle an inclusive, regenerative and circular one. We want to continue this journey of learning throughout and support the collaborative initiatives that come out of this. So if you have any ideas, if you have plans, please come to us, and we're happy to look at them. The more we team up, the more we join effort, the faster we go. And this is an urgent topic. Please reach out to Elton, Nico and Annelies. If you have such concrete ideas, we're happy to discuss them, to take them up. And to give you a flavor of all the rich discussions that we had, we have a final short movie that shows what we've been doing during these past 4 days. So can we go to the movie? Thank you.
3, 2, 1 en open.
So welcome here. For this event, we are bringing together all our partners, try to collectively pool our knowledge and our expertise together.
Of course, climate change threatens global food production big time. I've learned so much from you and your colleagues about what regenerative agriculture can do for people and do for the planet.
So I'd like to introduce you to our program managers.
Having all these partners here, it goes to show how many partners we've been able to onboard and how we've been able to grow the movement and our family.
Greatest passion in my work is really to work with our partners.
To join the IKEA Foundation and to really think differently about combining people and planet.
Big question. How can we increase the regenerative capacity of a society itself?
Again, that's why we are here.
That's why I'm excited.
Working on solutions for circular agriculture. So really excited to be on this call with everyone.
And I think a lot of learning that we can do from each other.
So I want to call in our visualizer now, Michiel or Michael.
We're going to do it together with the business, and we want to have less greenhouse gases.
Today we will be discussing our principles, but also we will be dreaming.
So if the farmers have to understand it in totality, what is the starting point?
Having a common definition for what it is.
Try to find a common ground for regenerative agriculture.
Through our food offer, we're able to create sort of that family environment and that welcoming environment in the spirit of togetherness.
When I went into the second session of the visioning, I really saw some really great ideas.
I guess that's also the purpose of having everybody together here, to have this interaction.
Go back to the theme of the day, seeds don't float.
I think there's a lot of urgency, but there's also a lot of energy and a lot of will to move forward.
Michiel made a really nice picture for today as well. We wanted to enlighten you with a little bit of desk yoga.
That is good food for everybody around the world. Now that is great vision.
As the seeds that were planted yesterday are starting to grow, today's sessions are about growing. I want you to introduce to our first guest speaker, Tekla.
Hello.
Sarah is asking, how can we network more effectively and link together?
What we try to do is share our own lessons learned as openly as possible.
So Michael, can you tell us a little bit more about what you heard?
You can see at community engagement the topic about more women.
Drawing from Michael tells it all. So much discussion or phrase that I can give is open-minded.
Helping each other, enriching each other's information. It's really been about exchange for me today.
There's no silos here. I think everybody is here on the basis of collaboration. So thank you for doing that. For me, the days have flown by, and I think they have been very enriching. And we hope that you have made new connections that you will continue to connect to after the event as well. Wow, it's great to see what we have done. I was just thinking, is this the video or is it me? But we're back. And I want to really thank the artists and the video makers to capture the riches of the event. But I would also like to say a big thank you for the people behind the scenes who have been working so hard to organize this, to prepare everything, and to actually make it happen. So a big thank you from me for everybody behind the scenes. Next week, we'll follow up with a survey back to you to ask you for some feedback on the event, but also for some ideas and reflections back to us, anything that you'd like to share. We will be looking at things that will have come out of the chat. We'll analyze all the rich information that has come out of this and see how we can take it back into our strategy and maybe come back to you as well. So please, again, reach out to us even beyond this survey that we share with you and the information that we ask. This leaves me to say a big thank you to all of you who have been with us this week. I think you have made this a wonderful and fun journey, and we definitely feel more and better together now. So to say goodbye in style, we have singer Laura van Kaam with us to sing a very relevant song for this theme. She will be singing for the next 30 minutes. So if you want to soothe into the next of your day or into the evening, please stay on and just listen to the singing. We here at the studio, we are saying goodbye to all of you. So enjoy your day and goodbye.
It's no combination of words I can put on the back of a postcard. No song that I can sing, but I can try for your heart. Our dreams, and they're made out of real things, like a shoebox of photographs, sepia tone and loving. Love is the answer, at least for the most of the questions in my heart. There we go, happened so hard. It's not always easy, and sometimes love can be deceiving. I'll tell you one thing, it's only better when we're together. It's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's only better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. And all of these moments just might find their way into my dreams tonight. But I know that they'll be gone in the morning light sings or brings new things for tomorrow night. You see that they'll be gone too many things I have to do. But if all of these dreams might find their way into my day-to-day scene, I'll be under the impression I was somewhere in between, with only two, just me and you. And so many things we got to do, or places we got to be. We sit beneath the mango tree. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. We're somewhere in between together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Oh, oh. Yeah, it's only better when we're together. We're somewhere in between together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's only better when we're together. We're somewhere in between together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's only better when we're together. Only better when we're together.
Thanks so much. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me. The next song I'm gonna sing is Back to You by Hannah May.
Little sparks, bit of dark, little light in the dark. I wanna find my way back to you. I don't know where you are, but I know in my heart that I will find my way back to you. I'll see you in my dreams. Hold you close to me. Take the trail on the map. Wander off the beaten track. I'm gonna find my way back to you. Though the world is wide and the roads stay wide, I know where I belong. 'Cause my head is strong and my heart leads me on. I'm gonna find my way back to you. I hear the birds sing with me. Those you love, set them free. They will find their way back to you. Like the sun keeps rising up, all that I have learned from love, it will find its way back to you. I'll see you in my dreams. We're closer than it seems. Safe for now, it's here for life. Say it with a kiss goodnight. I will find my way back to you. Though the world is wide and the roads stay wide, I know where I belong. 'Cause my head is strong and my heart leads me on. I'm gonna find my way back to you. I'm gonna find my way back to you. Sometimes I'll make mistakes. Sometimes I'll be blue. Sometimes I'll be led astray. I don't know where you are, but I know in my heart I will find my way back to you. I'm gonna find my way back to you. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back, memories bring back. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything will stay the same. Now my heart feels like December when somebody say your name. 'Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything will be alright, no reason that's insane. Hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back the toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and memories bring back, memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back, memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost, when I fell out of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. Carry these torches for you, and I know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. Everything will be alright, no worries and that's insane. Hey, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back, memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back, memories bring back you. Do 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 do. Memories bring back, memories bring back you. Sitting here tonight by the firelight, it reminds me I already have more than I should. I don't need fame, no one to know my name. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good. To what's around me, heaven around me, and family that always calls me home. For years to get there, enough love to share. Sweet, sweet, sweet song. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good. Sometimes I'm hard on me when dreams don't come easy. I wanna look back and say I did all that I could. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good. Two arms around me, heaven around me, and a family that always calls me home. 4 wheels to get there, enough love to share. Sweet, sweet, sweet song. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I'll have a life that's good. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good.
Thank you. It's kind of weird for me to sing like this, but I'm so, I appreciate it a lot that I can be here singing for you. Thanks so much. The next song I'm gonna sing is a song from Lady Antebellum. It's one of my favorite bands. You might know it, you might not, I don't know, but I really like this song. It's Need You Now.
Picture perfect memories scattered all around the floor. Reaching for the phone, 'cause I can't find it anymore. And I wonder if I ever crossed your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's 1:15, I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't come, I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Another shot of whiskey, can't stop looking at the blue. Wishing you come sweep in the way you did before. And I wonder if I ever crossed your mind. For me it happens all the time. It's 1:15, I'm a little drunk and I need you now. Said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Guess I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. I said I wouldn't come, but I'm a little drunk and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now. Baby, I need you now. Baby, I need you now. Oh, oh. Baby, I need you It was one of my favorite songs. Let me drink a sip of water. As you might heard, I really like country music and kind of the modern side of country. So one of the biggest country songs is Ring of Fire from Johnny Cash. And I made my own little version of it, so I hope you like it. Love is a burning thing. It makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into the ring of fire. I fell into the burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames get higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet, and hearts like us meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames get higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, down, down. The flames get higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Thanks a lot.
I've been awake for a while now. You got me feeling like a child now. 'Cause every time I see your lovely face, I get the tingles in my silly place. Starting my toes, maybe crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. You make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. The rain is falling now in no pain, but we are hiding in a safer place. Under the cover, staying dry and warm. You give me feelings that I adore. Starting my toes and maybe crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. You make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. What am I gonna say? You make me feel me this way. I just started my toes and made me crinkle my nose. Wherever it goes, I always know. You make me smile, please stay for a while now. Just take your time, wherever you go. I've been asleep for a while now. You tuck me in just like a child now. 'Cause every time I hold you in my arms, I'm comfortable enough to feel warmth. It's hurting my toes, maybe crinkle my nose. When you kiss my nose, the feeling shows. 'Cause you make me smile, oh baby, just for your time now. Holding me tight. Whatever, wherever you go, wherever you go.
Yes, that takes me to my last song. I really enjoyed singing for you. I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed the event. Thanks for having me, IKEA. And yes, thanks a lot. The next song I'm gonna sing is Light On. Thank you. Have a great day. Do you believe me now? When I told you I got caught up in the way, almost gave it away. Would you hear me out? If I told you I was terrified for days, thought I was gonna break. Oh, I couldn't stop it, trying to slow it all down. Crying in the bathroom to figure it out. With everyone around me saying you must be so happy now. Oh, if you keep reaching out and I keep coming back, and if you're gone for good, then I'm okay with that. If you leave the light on, and I
just no other way, and I'm still dancing at the end of the day. If you leave the light on, and I'll leave the light on. Would you believe me now if I told you I got caught up in a way? Thought I was gonna break. Would you hear me out if I told you I was terrified for days? Thought I was gonna break. Oh, I couldn't stop it, trying to figure it out. But everything kept moving, and the noise got too loud. With everyone around me saying, you should be so happy now. Oh, keep reaching out, and I keep coming back. And if you're gonna forget, then I'm okay with that. If you leave the light on, and I'll leave the light on. Light on, light on, light, and I am finding out there's just no other way. And I'm still dancing at the end of the day. If you leave the light on, and I'll leave the light on. If you leave the light on, and I'll leave the light on. Oh, would you leave the light on? Oh, if you keep reaching out, then I keep coming back. And if you're gonna forget, then I'm okay with that. If you leave the light on, then I'll leave the light on. I am finding out there's just no other way, and I'm still dancing at the end of the day. If you leave the light on, don't leave the light on. If you leave the light on, I'll leave the light on. If you leave the light on, then I'll leave the light on. Thanks for having me. Have a great day. Bye.